Hello, Converge collectors. So we got a couple from wave number 24, which came out in 2024, by the way. Although they don't date the boxes anymore, which is kind of silly in my opinion. Yeah, that would give you no indication that that means 2024. So, oh well. This is the regz number 288 in the overall Converge lineup. We have this here, Wando Bell. I don't know. The spell checkers is. They don't know English over there at Bandai apparently. 20 meters, typical height I guess in that ballpark. And here are the other robots from this lineup. Okay. So looking at fandom while opening this here, this thing was featured in Char's Counterattack. And the blurb here says it's basically trying to take the Zeta and make it lower cost, like a more mass-produced kind of mobile suit. Share some parts with the Jagan or Yagan. It can also has a flight sub-flight mode or with a base jabber. So I'm gonna look at these images. So it can be pretty much like a spaceship of sorts, and it's got some cool little grenades or something coming out of its forearm. All right, let's get this toy here. Backpack. That gum I will chew on later, although it only lasts like 30 seconds. Make sure you don't cut through the parts. Okay. Ah, boy, so they're going to these more parts you have to take care of yourself, like clip them off stuff, like a model kit basically. So I don't know if I like that. I mean, I'm capable of making model kits, but I just don't expect to do it on Converge figures. But I suppose the reason why is these parts are so small, I think they would be lost. Yeah, I guess I gotta accept that. They would be lost if they weren't on that runner. Whoa, that's stuck. There we go. Oh, well, interesting. The peg is part of the arm. It's usually the other way around. So, pretty good foot details on the bottom of this one. And the peg hole is well hidden. It's a matte blue. And then there's a matte, I don't know what you would call this color. Mint green, I suppose. Like a Jordan almond mint green. Do they still make Jordan almonds? That's an old candy that was pretty good. Anyways, decent enough details, I guess. You got some panel gaps, some thruster details. Oh, yeah. And what's nice is they're recessed, so you could add some paint in there if you wanted to quite easily. Not much color on the lower half of the body. Nothing in the knee. Like the knees don't have any indication of gunmetal or anything like that. The chest is that blue again. We have some orangey like intakes, and then the door is red. Gunmetal neck. Alright, well, I guess that's good enough. So the head here, we have some nice translucent green eyes with the red chin, a little blue visor, and a nice metallic green sensor up there. And so this is where those little fidgety parts come into play, I guess. I think the antenna is supposed to be on top. Maybe I should keep that box. Yeah, looking at the box, the antenna does go on top. What's unfortunate is, how that was cut off. The runner, maybe it's, I don't know if there's a left or right side. It looks like there could be a boy. These are so short, I'm gonna have to glue these in place. Let me do this off camera. Yeah, okay, so I would definitely recommend gluing those in place. They're so short. What I don't like is, see how the runner, why wouldn't they make it mold to the other side? So at least that cutoff part is on the bottom, but they put it right on the top of those things. So that's poor design. It's just poorly designed. I do like at least these are recessed, because you could add some black paint into those vents if you wanted to. And the head is quite plain looking. So this forearm and the arm, they do have this hand is a separate piece holding the weapon. I might as well pop that in now. Solid gunmetal, and decent enough detail. Unfortunately, it's just, oh no, nice. It's a different color from the hand, so that's really good. Very often they're the same color, so I'm really happy that's the case. And again, these are very recessed, so if you want to add some yellow and black paint in there, you could. I'm not gonna though, because I'm lazy. Okay, we got a shield. Nice details on the back of this one. know. Those must be those grenades or rockets. I don't know which way this is supposed to go. I have a suspicion maybe like that, so the thruster gets through there. And yeah, the weapons is facing forward. This hand is just a fist. I'm sure it can rotate, but you know what? Okay, I am gonna rotate it. Why not? And then this must be a backpack. And it's got two nice thrusters of a different color. And I guess the cockpit is red for that Wave Rider mode. Not a very long peg though. I feel like glue might be advisable there. So even though it's a, I guess, simpler version of the Zeta, it's actually kind of cool. But it's very plain, you know. There's up here, there's not much detail. It's weird. The legs have a lot of detail, but the head and stuff, the shoulders, not too much. Alright, well anyways, let's pop that on the stand. See how tight that fit is. It's okay. I wish these pegs were longer. You know, there's room to have a deeper hole. Very often these things just come off the stands because the hole loosens up. Alright, number 290 from the same wave is the Zaku Tank. I really like this one. 15 meters tall, because basically it's the Zaku top on top of a Mecha tank bottom. So as I'm looking through this, so this was featured in several animations. Zeta, Double Zeta, and then 08th MS Team. Alright. And then, as I mentioned here, as the war was dragging out, they were just making things out of spare parts. So taking a Zaku that may have had his legs blown off, or a Magella tank, or Magella tank as it says here, with the turret blown off, they combine the two. Alright, there's little claws in here. This is kind of silly, you know, this big piece of cardboard is never going to protect something that small. Anyways, well, whatever. Let's close this window out, and here's some cool images. I really like this camo one. That's an old animation. I don't know what that's from. Maybe 08th MS Team? Looks pretty modern. Okay, well, the tank treads look pretty nice. Yeah, gunmetal color, and I'm actually surprised they have so much detail on the bottom of this thing. It's actually got thrusters in the back. I don't think... Oh, well, the head and arms will come off. Let's separate those out. Make sure there's no stuck paint. Okay, so the side of the tank's treads looks okay. Obviously, it'd be cooler if there's air passing through, but it's a cheap toy. It's kind of like a Gatling gun or something up here. Some headlights. It's very warped, though. I don't think that's going to sit flat. And you can see a little air passing under there. You can put the thing in hot water and maybe straighten it out. I do like that there's air passing under the skirts there. And some exhaust pipes coming up and out. The Zaku hoses going from the front to the rear pack. Very cool. Looks like some maybe fuel canisters maybe. That's pretty neat. Yeah, and then even the exhaust tips have recesses so you can add some paint to them pretty nicely. Maybe some ammo or something, I'm not sure what that is. Armor plates, very cool, the bottom of this thing. And then the chest is a gunmetal, this probably is the hatch. Pretty big pegs there, so they won't break off. So the thing just has these claws for hands. And obviously being a round peg, they can rotate. Pretty well detailed. I don't know if these are supposed to be like thrusters or vents or whatever around the forearm, but they're interesting. I like these armor plates, a little chevron, kind of like an M1 Abrams. That doesn't come off, it's glued in place. That's fine. You could add some paint here maybe. Looks like it's maybe like covered in cloth, the joint. Okay, so it's pretty symmetric, I guess, with the arms. No asymmetry there. It's nice that you can rotate the hands though. Okay. And then the head here, yeah, we got the hoses going around front to back. The mono eye is a nice metallic pink. Let's see if we can push that mono eye. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think this thing comes apart. So if it's going to come apart, this is going to come out. But I don't think so. That's fine if the eye doesn't rotate. But the head does. Being a round peg. So there you go. That's fine by me. Works for me. That's a cool look. I like this a lot. That's really neat. Alright, let's pull out a couple of the robots. So here's the Zeta, which this is, I guess, the high-end version, being the star of its own cartoon series. And then here's the Yagan, which I guess is supposed to share the arms, and they do look similar. Granted, this is number 283. This is 156. Okay. Zaku Tank wise, it would make sense to show off a Zaku 2. This is from something called the SP Real set. There was a Dom, I think, in that as well. Or I could be wrong, but anyways, from the 1 Year War. It's got extra printing, so that's why I like it. And then here's a Magella tank. This is number 87 in the series. So it's an interesting tank because the thing flies off. But you'll see the molding of the tank is quite different, actually, the bottom end. This one has a much longer Gatling gun, much thicker exhaust pipes. It's just also, I guess, just a smaller looking mold in general, right? This chassis looks so small compared to that chassis, so I'm glad they upsized this. Yeah, this one is just too small, I think. Alright. Yeah, that Zaku's awesome, though, with all the extra printing. I actually haven't seen Zeta, that series. I've seen Double Zeta, which I liked, but I haven't seen Zeta. Okay, well, these are okay. I definitely gravitate more towards the tank myself. I just like the funkiness of it, you know, half robot, half tank. There's nothing really wrong with this. Just keep in mind the design of it, though. You gotta glue those antennae in place. And yeah, the way they make you clip off the top part of it, that's just weird. They could have made you clip off the bottom side. Thanks for watching today. We'll see you in the next Converge video.